Champions League quarter-final draw, Chelsea drawn with Real Madrid while Manchester City to face Bayern Munich. Real Madrid vs Chelsea, Man City vs Bayern, AC Milan vs Napoli and Benfica vs Inter Milan. Chelsea and Man City will face off in the semi-finals should they both win their quarter-finals. The first legs will be on April 11-12, with the return fixtures on April 18-19, semi-finals in May. Graham Potter's Chelsea have been paired with Champions League holders Real Madrid in the quarter-finals, while Pep Guardiola faces a reunion with former club Bayern Munich for Manchester City. Both Premier League sides will meet each other in the semi-final, should both Chelsea and City advance through their last 8 ties. Meanwhile, there will be an all-Italian derby in the quarter-finals as Serie A champions AC Milan face current leaders Napoli, while Inter Milan will take on Benfica. Champions League quarter-final draw in full. First legs on April 11 or April 12, second legs April 18 or April 19. Real Madrid vs Chelsea. Benfica vs Inter Milan. Manchester City vs Bayern Munich. AC Milan vs Napoli. Champions League semi-final draw in full. First legs on May 9 or May 10, second legs May 16 or May 17. AC Milan or Napoli vs Benfica or Inter Milan. Real Madrid or Chelsea vs Manchester City or Bayern Munich. The first legs of the quarter-finals will take place on April 11 and 12, with the return fixtures on April 18 and 19. Meanwhile, the semi-final first legs are due to happen on May 9 and May 10, with the return legs on May 16 and May 17. Chelsea beat Borussia Dortmund 2-1 on aggregate in their last 16 tie, but now face a major task to reach the last 4 against holders Real. The Blues exited last season's Champions League to Real at the same stage, losing the first leg 3-1 at Stamford Bridge before putting in a valiant outing at the Santiago Bernabeu. Chelsea, then managed by Thomas Tuchel, went 3-0 up to lead the tie, but goals from Rodrigo and Karim Benzema, the latter strike coming in extra time, saw the Blues crash out 5-4 on aggregate. Meanwhile, Man City manager Guardiola will face a familiar foe in former side Bayern, the club he won 7 major titles with between 2013 and 2016, including 3 Bundesliga titles. City and Bayern also have a connection through João Cancelo, who will be able to play against his parent club after moving on loan to the German side, with an option to make the deal permanent for around £60 million. Should Chelsea and City go on to meet each other in the Champions League last 4, it will lead to 6 meetings between the two clubs in this season alone. Both Premier League clubs were paired against each other in the third rounds of the FA Cup and Carabao Cup earlier this season. Can Cancelo face Man City? Manchester City have confirmed that Cancelo is eligible to face them. Cancelo joined Bayern Munich on loan in January after becoming dissatisfied with his number of minutes at City. Since moving to the Allianz Arena, the Portuguese international has started 4 out of Bayern's 6 Bundesliga matches, but only played 49 minutes of their 2-legged victory against Paris Saint-Germain in the last 16. Opta stats on Chelsea and Man City draws. Chelsea have only lost 1 of their 7 games against Real Madrid in European competition. Indeed, they have the lowest percentage of losses against Real Madrid, 14%, of any side to have played them 5+ times in Europe. Chelsea's only defeat in 7 matches against Real Madrid in Europe came in their most recent one at Stamford Bridge, losing 1-3 in the 2021-22 quarter-final first leg. Real Madrid have won their last 4 UEFA Champions League ties against English sides, beating Chelsea in last season's quarter-final, Manchester City in last season's semi-finals and Liverpool in last season's final and this season's round of 16. All 6 previous meetings between Man City and Bayern Munich came in the UEFA Champions League group stages, 2011-12, 2013-14, 2014-15, with each side winning 3 times. This will be Pep Guardiola's first meeting with Bayern Munich since leaving the club. His only managerial games against them came in the 2008-09 Champions League quarter-finals, knocking them out with Barcelona en route to lifting the trophy. Man City have progressed from all 4 of their previous UEFA Champions League knockout ties against German clubs, including one quarter-final, 2020-21 v Borussia Dortmund.